She. Welcome to the international community. I'm Carvelli, Master of Finance. Our topic today is repairing bad credit. Okay, so your credit's gotten really nasty. The first step would be to go see a credit counselor or do some credit management on yourself or get a credit manager to look at your situation, talk with them about it, to see if potentially you need to go bankrupt or do Chapter 13 credit proposal, different methods in different countries all over the world for this. And if not, that's ruled out, then you could look at starting to repair your credit. The first thing you want to do is really make sure all your info is correct, meaning your name, your phone number, your address, your workplace. This is going to make it easier to update your credit bureau and to make it more effective to have communications with anything going on with your credit bureau. I want to make the most important point right now about this whole video. Remember, you want to pay assets that they have a tangible asset, like for example, a car, house first. Because credit cards, typically, you don't have something attached. So they can't really take anything. I know that sounds horrible, but this is the truth. You need to pay those assets first because they could take stuff. So let's keep that in mind throughout this whole video. So you're reviewing your credit report. The first thing you're going to see is inquiries. You want to make sure all those inquiries are accurate. They do take off points off your credit. So you want to clean it up. And if they're not accurate, you want to dispute them and get them off of there. So inquiries are really important. Don't miss out on that. A really big area that's going to damage your credit is collections. If it's a collection in error, then just dispute it and get it off. Or if it's a collection you cleared up and for some reason it's not gone, just dispute it and get rid of it. But if it's a collection that you're in arguments about, then you have to fix this somehow and negotiate a deal to get it off your credit bureau. It's really important. Even if you 100% don't agree, it's so damaging for your credit that it's almost worth it to pay something to get rid of it. So make a deal, settle, and get rid of it. But this being said, it's very important. If you're going to make a deal, you get it in writing. You don't say it on the phone. You don't trust them. You need something on paper because you might settle with them and they don't report it. You need something to go back to the credit bureau to say, hey, I did settle this. I want to show this as paid. So you need that because it's going to show paid on the collection, which is valuable because when lenders look, they see it's paid rather than not paid. Another really, really big red flag is when you have a credit card or a loan or anything that's over the balance, meaning you have a $10,000 limit and you're at $10,200. This is really bad. What you got to do is get it back under the $10,000, even if it's only by $5. And you say, well, why does this go over $10,000? It's because they allow interest and those penalties to go above the limit, believe it or not. Another really interesting one that will damage your credit is missing those minimum payments. And when you do that, you're missing your actual payments. So it's showing lates. So you want to see how you get caught up on that. And sometimes you need to call them to say, hey, listen, I want to catch up on this. What do I got to pay? What do I got to do to make up on this? They might be tough and say it's too late. You got to pay the whole, but they'll make a deal with you. You just got to really work at it so you could get those minimum payments caught up and you can stop damaging your credits with all those lates. Now, your credit's in jeopardy. So periodically, credit card companies, loan companies, you know what they do? They check your credit all the time. They're soft inquiries. You're going to see them there. It's not hitting your credit. You're going to wonder, why are they checking me all the time? Because they're checking how you're doing. So what happens? You want to pay those higher interest, maxed out loans for sure, right away. But the other accounts that are not so bad, you want to keep something on them so they don't close them on you. Because if you're like, oh, I'm just going to pay these littler accounts and then focus on the bad ones, they can close them while they're checking. So you want to be really smart and you want to pay off those high interest, bad debts, all that type of stuff. Build your credit. Keep those creditors in good standing with some balances on them so they don't close them on you. And as you build, they may just not close them. This is a strategy, okay? Something else you could do with the bad credit situation going on is negotiate the balances, but this takes some serious salesmanship, but you can do it or get credit counseling, credit management help to do this. That way you can lower those balances and even lower some interest rates. They will help you. They want their money. Remember that. So remember, you need to constantly be checking your credit on all the bureaus, whatever country you're in, and monitoring it to make sure these updates are done. No one's just going to do it for you. You got to make sure you're in charge of your credit. I also have an ebook out that can help you more on these subjects. It's masterfinance.com. Go there and get it. Check it out. Question: what is the fastest way to repair bad credit? Well, as I mentioned in the video, there's multiple ways to doing that. So you have to analyze your credit bureau and you have to find all these problems and fix them immediately. How do I clear up a bad credit record? There's two parts to this question. The first part is, if it's something on your credit that you need to resolve, you need to resolve it. And then the creditor needs to go to the bureau and tell them that it's cleared up. Now, if it's something on the credit that you've dealt with already, then you need to file a dispute and get rid of it. Can I pay someone to fix my credit? Yes, there's a lot of people out there who'll do it. I tend to say stay away from this and get a credit counselor or credit management company that's a non-for-profit. I go to these type of companies to help you with this, and they'll be more effective and more honest in my opinion. Please invest in yourself into credit literacy. I have an ebook out. Go to masterfinance.com, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, and like us on Facebook. Tell all your friends and family worldwide about us. I'm Carvelli, Master of Finance. God bless. Ciao.